Yes.
Adjournment request, if any, from item number 1 to 7.
Made to the lordships with the consent of the appellant. I beg to mention item number 2, your lordship. Adjournment slip has been circulated.
All right. Adjournment slip has been circulated. Give a date.
2nd March.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, the 789 my lord, analogous matter, my lord. In item number 9, my lord, affidavit 2 was filed. And in the rest of the 2 matters, my lord is preparing, my lord. Some time is required.
Have you informed the council in other matters? As prayed for by the learned advocates appearing in WPC number 5574, 5093, and 5150 of 2024. All the 3 writ petitions are adjourned to give a date sometime in late March.
31st March. 3-1. From item number 10 to 15, adjournment request.
May it please your lordship. With the consent of the other side, I beg to mention item number 12 and 13, your lordship. I have submitted my adjournment.
Adjournment slip has been circulated. All right.
Can it be on 19th of February, your lordship?
And that we'll see. Just check up Mr. Zakir. If possible, we can.
Deeply obliged, lordship.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, with the consent of other side, I beg to mention item number 10, lordship.
Why?
Lordship, in this matter, senior advocate, Mr. P.J. Sakia was recently engaged, lordship. So he has some personal difficulties, lordship.
Lordship, oh, that Mara election. As prayed for on behalf of the appellant and agreed to by the council for the respondent.
Lordship, I am for respondent number 1.
Agreed to by the council for the respondent. Re-notify, respond number 1 and others. Re-notify on so and so date. Then
5-3.
keep it March end.
March.
5.
26-3. 26-3.
Any other day, 26th
No, no.
date. And after,
Can it be on 12 or 13th of March?
No,
after
that's
26th.
just before the Ides of March. We don't want you to face that trouble.
24th.
That week, I will be not
It was
available on
my
23rd. Any date after.
After that.
Lordship,
On 30th.
second week of March.
30.
Please do. Okay.
Highly obliged.
From item number 16 to 23, adjournment request.
Yes,
Concern of the petition, I recommend item number 18, my lord. It will be taken up any other day, my lord. After
18, what do you want?
adjournment, my lord. Since
You are for the.
I am for the state, my lord, I am led by AG. AG is out of station, my lord.
Have you informed the council?
Yes, yes, my
Lord, I beg to appear for the petitioner, my lord.
Yes.
Lord, I would only request for some short, convenient date, my lord, if it could be, my lord, because the water supply issue, my lord. And
This is pipeline drinking
Yes, yes.
water. All right. It's
Yes,
not-
yes.
I can't see.
Yes, yes.
let it be after 15th of February, my lord.
All right. On account of, no, it's okay. As prayed for on behalf of the state and agreed to by the council for the petitioner. Let this matter come up for consideration. Give a date.
12
may I
March.
request 26th or 27th, my lord, if convenient, my lord.
Of February.
February, my lord.
26.
We are afraid this bench may not be available on that day. आपका कौन सा डेट दिया आपने?
March.
March would not be good. Early March.
That's perfectly fine, my lord, no difficulty.
All right.
Any date other than 5th of March, my lord.
6 of March.
Lord.
6-3.
Deeply obliged, my lord, deeply obliged.
Any other request?
May please, Your Lordship. My lord, beg to mention in respect of item 27, 28, 29, with consent of the other side, my lord. Here the learned AG will, my lord, will represent the appellants. So can it be after 15th of February?
Have you informed the other side?
My lord, I have informed the other side.
Okay, as prayed for on behalf of the appellant state and agreed to by the council for the respondent. Re-notify all the 3 appeals. All the 3 writ appeals on, give a date.
19 February.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I have filed in public interest litigation seeking judicial intervention on the ongoing hearing of the special verification of voter list. So my contention of the petition is that hearing is taking place illegally. So it may come up tomorrow, Lordship, as the hearing is included on 2nd of the February. Lordship, obliged, Lordship.
May it please the Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 26, Lordship, supplementary list, Lordship.
Yes,
And let the matter be adjourned for today, Lordship.
let the matter be adjourned.
Okay.
Huh? That's not the way in which we accept mentioning. You make a prayer, you don't
Lordship,
pass an order.
Kindly, Lordship, kindly.
That's better. As prayed for on behalf of the appellant, re-notify. This is with respect to weightage not being given.
Yes, Lord.
Hmm?
Yes.
But why do you want to delay it?
Lordship, the senior counsel is not well.
Senior counsel, Mr. R. Sharma is not well today.
Who is not well?
The R. Sharma, senior counsel.
As prayed for on behalf of the appellant, on account of indisposition of the lawyer who is to lead, who is to address the court, the matter is adjourned to
12th March.
Obliged, Your Lord.
Obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item 18 to 21.
item
18 to 21, Your Lordship.
18 to 21, 19 to 21.
19 to 21. No,
18, Lord.
1921, yes. It's
Yes.
about Jolha community being excluded. Now, why do you have to take time? We'll decide.
Lordship, the engaged counsel is not present as of today, so I.
Who has
kindly
been engaged
Lordship, D. Mazumdar is absent today. The counsel team.
for this? state?
Additional.
Oh, there was a wedding in his family.
Your Lordship may fix a date, Your
Yeah,
Lordship, in
we
the
will
month of
fix it.
February, Your Lordship.
As prayed for on behalf
Okay.
of the state. We notify these public interest litigation matters, these PILs, as they call them, these PILs, on, we have a date in March,
In the
Well,
first week of March, Your Lordship.
first week of March.
Lords,
12th March.
Lords. Obliged.
Daily list for orders item 1.
My lord, in this case, with the consent of my learned friend, I want to make a short prayer, my lord. I need to complete my instructions, my lord. I need 2 weeks time, my lord.
Instructions, before that instruction, you follow our instructions.
Yes, my
Mr.
lord. In fact,
Talukdar.
what has
You
happened?
have to give. What has happened, we know.
No, my
The
lord.
revision
No,
petition.
I'm on a different aspect, my lord. My lord, the learned counsel representing the department, my lord, he's no longer in the, my lord, I have received the brief yesterday only, my lord.
That's something which is understandable.
My lord.
Yes, Mr. Bunny.
No, it's perfectly fine. But may I pray for a short date considering the 5 years period would be
2 weeks time may be given.
Mr. Talukdar, the adjournment is with a caveat. You have to give us a short list of dates,
My lord.
what has happened. Now, these, you talk about 3-4 petitions having been dismissed with 3 different prayers, and then revision petitions dismissed.
it
You
can
must-
be summarized very narrowly.
Either of you.
It
either
can
of
be
you
summarized
will-
very narrowly. The campus is short. Of course, the facts would
Not
be
today, my lord.
not
Canvas,
today, not today.
not today, canvas is short, but then the no, it's clumsily done. I mean, we don't understand
no,
who is appealing against which order and why. Right, if you, we are good with adjournment,
Correct.
but then you must give that within a week.
Well.
Correct? As prayed for on behalf of the respondent. Number,
Item number 1, my lord.
Responded.
Respond
1,
number?
2, 3.
1, 2, 3, my lord.
as prayed for on behalf of respondents number 1, 2, and 3, and agreed to by the council for the appellant. Let this matter come up for consideration on 22nd. Give a date at their convenience,
2 weeks, after 2 weeks. Obliged.
but then we will not take up the matter unless we have that short list of dates,
I shall endeavor.
which is necessary. I mean, don't give me every date.
No, it
On
will be
what day,
absolutely
which
pinpointed.
member sneezed, we don't want that.
Yes,
When,
we will be confined to that.
challenged it, what?
16 February.
16 February. Wait,
And let this matter come up under the appropriate heading of admission
Admission.
admission.
on so and so.
16 February. 16. Supplementary list for orders item 24. For withdrawal.
May I please, your lordship?
Your Kanungo,
Yes, lordship. Lordship,
MS,
no, lordship, I have a submission because in the meantime.
you've got it listed only for withdrawing it.
Yes, lordship, but lordship, I have 2 minutes may be given to me. Lordship, in the meantime, some developments are there, Lordship. Lordship may kindly see last affidavit filed by me.
Tell us what you want.
I want to withdraw, Lordship, but Lordship, there was some condition which were given to me. That may be seen, Lordship. Page number 71 may be seen, Lordship. I'm helpless. That's why, Lordship. Page number 71.
Yes.
So 2 options were given to me, Lordship.
Part of affidavit.
Yes, 71, Lordship. Page number 71.
Which paragraph?
Lordship, there 2 options were given.
No, we don't find it here.
Page number 71, Lord.
We are at 71, madam. It's part of the affidavit.
My affidavit, Lordship, last affidavit filed on 19/1. Affidavit
page?
filed,
I think we are not on the same page.
affidavit filed by the petitioner, Lordship.
On 19-1.
19/1, Lordship. Last affidavit
Wait.
on 19/1, we have filed an affidavit.
It is not on record.
It is there, Lordship. I have seen.
You have seen the records of the court.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay. 71. I think your prayer, yes, affidavit is there.
Yes, Lordship. Page
Affidavit
number
is-
71.
1 second. Come to page 68. It's an affidavit filed by respondent number 6 and 7.
No,
5 and 6.
thereafter, I have filed on 19/1 to in 2026, Lordship.
That's not here. That is not here. This is the last document. Oh,
Yes, Lordship. It is there.
Black deed. Black deed, 19/1/2000. Yes, what do you want?
Page number 71, Lordship.
And you
Two
have not
options.
supplied another copy for my brother?
No. No, I have.
Yes. Yes, what do you want?
Lordship, 2 options were there, Lordship. And option 2 I have to take because of. So I don't have any other option to withdraw, Lordship. That's why I'm withdrawing. That much may be recorded, Lordship.
I'm not going to say this. Whatever it is, this kind of notice, you challenge this notice, we'll strike it down.
No, Lordship, I'm withdrawing.
Then?
Because,
See,
Lordship,
you have been given a Hobson's choice,
Lordship,
right?
Lordship.
So therefore, you know what Hobson's choice is.
I do not have any other option.
I have asked you something else. Why can't we grow up together?
Lordship,
What is Hobson's choice? There is no choice at all.
Lordship,
Either you lose your job or you accept to withdraw.
Lordship.
Now,
I'm
you can
with-
challenge this.
No,
You
I'm
say
with-
that this is
No,
not
I'm
free.
withdrawing, Lordship.
Then withdraw simply. We are not going to say anything. Otherwise, we'll say that you can't put this, put the petitioner to this kind of notice.
No.
And then
I will have to withdraw.
if you draw our attention to this, we'll immediately strike it down. This is no option. Take your call.
On 38th, Lordship. On 38th, Lordship.
Yeah.
No, I will withdraw, Lordship. It's the instruction from the petitioner only.
Yes, Kanun Golan. We are not putting you to any trouble. Nothing is going to happen to you for the reason that this is the notice and they will be bound by it. If you show it to us,
Lordship,
then we'll find fault here.
Lordship,
So therefore, the option is on the instructions of the client, you're withdrawing it. Good
Lordship.
enough. If not, you can always come back to us again.
that liberty is there.
That liberty is always there with you. You can say, you can explain the circumstances. You see, we don't couch our orders with, conditions.
Lordship.
You withdraw this petition, and
Petition,
in case you're not given the second option, despite your withdrawing it, if you're not continued as for us, you can
Lordship,
come here. That
Lordship.
this was the
That-
promise doled out to me, therefore I withdrew the petition. We will revise the petition.
That liberty may be
We
given.
will not write it down. Otherwise, haven't we told you in clear words that this notice to you, we find it to be illegal? You draw our attention to it, we dismiss it. We strike it down.
Lordship, he is a small part of the institution.
As
Lordship,
per-
imagine the condition of the petition.
MSS Kanungo, London Council for the petitioner on instructions. And in view of the notice received by the petitioner, seeks permission to a notice dated so and so received by the petitioner. What did I say? As also in view, seeks permission to withdraw this petition. Dismissed and withdrawn. We have said so. One, because of the notice, therefore it is mandatory for them to follow. And two, on your instructions. So you are saved, your client is saved.
Lot, deeply.
All.
Item number 25.
Why has it come for orders?
My lord, there's an objection which has been filed by the private respondent, my lord. There's a-
91 days. delay.
91 days.
Contest it on merits,
Lordship,
not on this.
only difficulty is that the documents annexed in the application, your lordship, is not sufficient, your lordship, to explain the delay.
We find it sufficient.
And my lord,
Let us see the case on merits
my lord.
for the reasons stated. The delay is condoned, the application stands allowed. Appeal to be processed.
18 March.
It was opposed by the council. Nonetheless, ongoing for it.
I'm
Yes.
grateful, my lord.
Daily list for admission, item 3.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, during the pendency of this petition, my lord, an amount was paid and
Have they accepted it?
they have
they should not.
accepted
They
the
should
amount.
not have accepted.
They have accepted, my lord, an amount, and another check was given, my lord, that was, my lord, dishonored. Again, he is paying today, my lord. With understanding, he is paying
You
today.
make a payment to him. Take a no objection, take a note from the creditor that
Yes.
they are satisfied.
Otherwise, my
You
lord,
don't require any interference
otherwise I
from
have the
us.
instruction to withdraw the petition, my lord.
That's better.
Yes,
That's better. Otherwise,
lordship.
I'm surprised that a banking institution is
Some-
so indulgent.
Yes,
Normally, they are not.
yes.
They would not allow you redemption under 13(8) unless you make specific government that this is the amount which includes cost, everything, charges, everything. They have been,
Perhaps he has the,
Lordship,
anyway, that's
some
right.
instruction he has, perhaps.
We are not lifting the wheel why it is being done. That is for the creditor to know.
Lordship, actually, they had.
Mr. Your Talukdar, no?
JMH
Mr. J.M. Chaudhary. Mr. J.M. Chaudhary, Mr. J.M. Chaudhary, learned advocate, seek after some argument, then in view of the, in view of certain developments in the case, Mr. J.M. Chaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioner, seeks permission to withdraw this application for the purposes of settling the issue with the creditor. Dismissed as well.
Lordship, may I please? They had submitted one settlement proposal,
Now,
which they failed.
once they withdraw, they are nothing. Then do whatever you feel like. We have withdrawn. We have permitted him to withdraw.
Item 4.
May I please, your lordship? My lord, I am praying for an accommodation of this matter, my lord, because my lord,
Why did you not mention in the morning?
my lord, because I took the consent of the learned senior counsel, he said, my lord, let the matter reach and I may be. So I'm praying for a short accommodation, my lord,
No,
because
short, we are not inclined. You should have come to us in the beginning.
$29, 2008 retired, not paid the retired benefits.
Regulation. Yeah, that does not. You know what? That's for labor. I protect that. Yep. No, Mr. Kumar,
Yes, ma'am.
you'll have to explain how
Yes.
this bipartite agreement is for the officers of the bank also. Is for the officers of the bank also.
Yes.
That you'll have to demonstrate. Otherwise, principal Supreme Court judgment, we are ready to accept that part of the tripartite agreement, bipartite agreement, where it says nothing is permissible as dead letter. We are happy with it. But whether it will apply to you, that is the question. My preliminary reading of the facts tells me that it is meant for this bipartite is meant for the workers. I mean, union workers, not for the officers of the bank. They are governed by a special statute. Of course, we'll find out some ways because this is very harsh. You have been shown the door without any pension you will not get, but other terminal benefits.
That also they have not paid.
That's right. For that only you got an order. But then we are slightly, on this, whether this bipartite settlement would apply to you.
But at least
That perhaps the single judge has not noticed.
we'll take a specific instruction on it. But at least they should release this something
They are, but I really don't know this.
the other part they should release, my lord.
Okay. If you, where do you have a copy of that settlement?
My lord, I have been not yet furnished the copy of the memo of appeal also.
Why?
We'll furnish, my lord.
No, you will not be obliging him or us.
No, my lord. We'll furnish, my lord.
And you're eating beetle.
My lord.
And you're eating something while arguing.
Nothing, my lord.
My lord, may I pray, my lord?
We ensure that kind of discipline at least.
Yes, it.
Huh?
My lord, may I pray? The pension part your lordship will examine on this issue, but other part
Pension is absolutely out of question. You're not getting pension. You have been removed from
but
service.
at least the other part they should pay because this person is in distress. He's in
That is what they have questioned. They say that a single judge is not right in applying that principle to you.
I
Let's
have to seek the specific instruction because your lordship's
So
very
therefore, we can't pass an order now. No interim order here.
But even otherwise, I will be entitled to some part of the money. At least your lordship will direct them because this person is not indisposed.
Let us hear this matter.
Yes, but your lordship will then give a shot, kindly give a shot.
Your A.N. Sharma.
Yes, my lord.
Mr. A.N. Sharma, learned advocate for the appellant / bank, seeks a short accommodation. He submits that he shall furnish the memo of appeal to Mr. B.D. Kumar, learned senior advocate, who appears for the respondent. Let this matter come up for consideration on 1 week.
Yes, ma'am. It's small, my name may be reflected, man. That's why, my lord, today I little bit.
Our names also will look into it.
The names of the learned
Take delay.
advocates for the parties
Won't take delay.
ought to be
11.
reflected in the cause list henceforth.
It's 11.
February,
Yeah, February 11.
18 February.
18.
My lord, 18, 11 subject to your lordship's convenience. 11.
11.
My lord, TN code, no? Same, my lord. Same. Identical.
Who appears in item number 5? Have you been served a copy of the memo of appeal?
I have been, sir.
All right. Why are you so choosy? Why did you not?
Otherwise, he's my learned senior friend. My question doesn't tell us not to serve him first.
Summary. Item 6.
Yes.
May it please your lordship, we were to file an affidavit, my lord. I'm seeking one more week, my lord. We'll file it next week, my lord. On behalf
That's
of
all right, but why can't you seek this indulgence in the beginning? When we are, trying to arrange our list for the day, you should mention then.
ideally that should have been done.
Who appears for the petitioner?
Petitioner in person.
Your petitioner in person.
Yes.
So where did you get this information about Zoo Act, Zoo Central Zoo Authority and zoo rules? What are these rules?
Actually, the main thing is the guidelines on minimum dimensions of enclosures.
Dimensions.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
dimensions.
So they say that they are
should
remodeling the building part of the zoo. Is that correct, Mr. Counsel?
Yes, my lord.
Let's see their affidavit, then we'll decide.
Lordship.
Okay. What is it? Mr. Aybor Thakur led counsel for the respondent seeks some more time to put in the affidavit on behalf of the respondent with respect to the modification being carried out in the dimensions of the enclosures where animals have been kept in the Guwahati Zoo. Let such an affidavit be filed positively by the next date. 325, 3 weeks के बाद करो.
Deeply
Public.
obliged.
9 March. Supplementary list, item 30 for admission.
But this is your lordship, the engaged counsel, Mr. Bididas is on Lex lordship. Can it be taken up after some time, lordship?
Then go in, go with. The taxation with you. No. No. Item 30 is with respect to High Court का है grade 4 से grade 3 junior assistant in court. Seniority cum merit issue. There's some different file with you. The white file. That's not. Number. अच्छा whatever. So seniority का देखना ना. Just in forward step. वो दूसरी बात है यहाँ डिसाइड किया है उस पर seniority cum merit and on the ground that the person appointed, person promoted, they are not. Into seniority. Same seniority come merit matter.
Yes.
What do you want?
Your lordship, pass over for the time being, lordship.
Easy.
Yes, Mr. Das.
That his promotion order was set aside by this court. Initially, my lord, it was set aside on the ground that the petitioner and the respondent number 5, the present appellant, did not have the qualification. Review was filed, review allowed. Then again, the writ petition was disposed of.
Yes.
Disposed of on the ground, my lord. That writ petition, my lord, on the same day it was disposed of, did not have opportunities to file even the wakalat. My lord, your lordship,
Who
what can
appears
you
for
say?
that side? Which you go with?
That particular provision.
After my brief is coming, Madam. Probably, Madam, Mr.
Understandable. Today we have reached it early. Very well tomorrow.
Madam.
Tomorrow.
I'll just brief your lordship.
We'll see. We are aware of this. Somebody was promoted.
Yes,
That was challenged by the other person.
other person.
The other person claimed that the
He's senior.
promotee did not have the requisite qualification.
No, other person said, my lord, he is senior and I'm junior.
That came later. Senior or whatever.
Senior, because he is also qualification wise same, well, below me.
Okay.
He's
So the
HS,
single judge was of the view that higher degree is required, but no, higher secondary degree was good enough. Then ultimately it was found that the other person was senior and
Yes,
you have
yes.
been removed. Anyway, we'll see. Seniority come merit. Have they
Senior.
taken any test to ensure merit?
nothing. Merit, my lord,
the
that is
ACR,
the,
my lord,
that is the only point, my lord, your lordship has rightly caught, my lord. Page 140. Page 140, that particular sentence in seniority come merit, only seniority is counted. That is a wrong.
No, that's a wrong notion, no?
No, wrong.
You know that Rajendra Srivastav and
Yes.
I don't know, B. Sivaya, these are the cases which have
Yes,
rooted.
initially, my lord, the promotion was given to the writ appellant.
Forget about that.
Yes.
Be ready on the
The
question of
principle.
law.
Lordship.
The facts we will decide.
Yes, yes.
Facts have to be seen in the correct perspective.
But-
Now, the issue is that if it is seniority come merit,
Lordship.
how it is to be effected. Now, there has to be a baseline merit,
Lordship.
right? But amongst the people who cross that threshold of baseline merit, seniority would
Come.
follow.
That
That's
is what
the
the FS told.
Yeah, one more point is there, my lord. My lord, so far as the, my lord, present case is concerned, my lord, there is no service rule for promotion, my lord. So a particular notification was issued by the authorities.
That's all right. So you have followed, we are not on that. You have followed some rule
Yes.
which says seniority come merit,
My lord.
right? So has it been done?
No, their rule was amended, my lord. The qualification was
Can you
amended.
come tomorrow, show
Yes,
us
yes,
the
I will.
rules and everything?
On that basis, his appointment was set. Tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow,
Yes,
as jointly, as लिखे, let this matter come up for consideration. Give the date, 28.
28 1. Daily list for hearing, item 11.
Yes, Mr. Chaudhary?
Matter may be possible for the time being, Lordship.
In hearing matter, admission, everything. In fact, we should have done better by closing the court even today. After 4 days of holiday. Not done. Who leads you in the matter?
I Choikia, Lordship.
Who?
I Choikia, Lordship. Hearing legs on court number, another court, Lordship.
You are yourself panting. Appears you have come down running. Mr. Chaudhary, what have you done? Any interaction with the?
Lordship, my instruction is, Lordship, the draft rules have been framed, Lordship.
Very-
Now only for the attaining of finality, it
So
will
we can
take
take-
some time, Lordship.
All right. Like here, the petitioner had approached this court seeking a direction to the respondents for providing promotional avenues for junior engineers in the Border Roads Engineering Service bracket BRES under both Group A and Group B cadres as stipulated in the Border Roads Engineer Services Engineering Cadre Rules 1977. Stop. The contention of the petitioner is that despite recommendations from the Fifth Central Pay Commission, which were implemented in other central government departments like CPWD and Military Engineering Service bracket MES, those recommendations have not been incorporated within the Border Roads Engineering Service. जब पूरे super में लिख दियो तो BRES ही लिखना. Border Road Engineering Service, resulting in a disparity in promotional opportunities. The promotional avenue of a junior engineer is not beyond the rank of assistant executive engineer. Which is very different from the counterparts in other central government undertakings. Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary, learned Deputy Solicitor General, submits that there has been and that a rule has been formulated which is pending sanction of the appropriate authority, which might take some more time. Let this matter come up for consideration on after we'll keep it in first week of April. I think your grievance has been redressed.
My lord, that in the meantime, my lord, they will complete the process.
That for that.
And my lord, proposal has
Re-notify on first week of April before the next view.
7 April. Item 14 and 15.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, the petition is filed against.
Just give us 1 minute.
Yes, yes. Sure.
You got right. Yes, sir. Speaker did me. Order the page two. Take a good time. Stand it. Thereby saying, yeah, nothing. Now, order number two, कहाँ लिखी है? Yes.
Got people, that's it. I cannot see.
Chale. Who is the third? Yes.
Lordship. Lordship, this appeal is directed against an order passed. by
That's
the
right, we have seen that.
CMT.
Come to the order of the cat.
Yes, Lordship, that is page 14.
Page?
Page 14. Annexure 1. I'm taking Lordship 8878 of 19.
Manjula Nagar. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Now the
बोले
contention of the applicants before the learned tribunal was, Lordship, that OMR sheets were not used in the examination. It was handwritten. Secondly, there were a few persons which they have not made a party, but during the course of the arguments before the learned CAT, they have submitted that they appeared in 2 different centers. Now, this was an advertisement for all over India, in which, Lordship, there were total posts of 2,000 and odd. And so far as Dimapur is concerned, Lordship,
87.
Dimapur is concerned, Dimapur, there were 87 posts. And this is specifically with regard to Dimapur. Another contention raised by the applicants before the learned CAT was, though the examination was scheduled to be held earlier in Dimapur, it was later on held in Guwahati. Now, why it was held in Guwahati, we have made an explanation. The situation in Nagaland was very volatile, and the so far as 137 works engineer was concerned, so we had held it in Guwahati for the conditions prevailing in Nagaland. Now, the main contentions before the London CAT was few people appeared in both the places, and there also contention was they were appointed. Now, insofar as the applications are concerned, Lordship, at that point of time, it was offline application. It was offline application, and it was not very easy to find out if a person has applied in 2 or more places. And so far as the Lordship examination pattern is concerned, if your Lordship will come to
give us the reasoning of the tribunal, unless the unfairness pervades the entire examination.
There is
system.
nothing.
Where have you raised all these plea before the tribunal? Nothing. You've not argued it. But anyway, we will look at the position of law, but tell us, where has the tribunal discussed all this?
Lordship will come to paragraph 30 for a moment.
Now come to paragraph 10.
Lordship,
Start with 10. Just read that.
yes. The main planks of argument advanced by Mr. A. Ahmed, learned counsel for the applicants, is that the aforesaid written examination held on 11/10/2015, the applicants had not adopted the system of OMR system in answer sheet, but that was not a condition.
Oh, yeah, that's what I will.
In the said written examination held on 11/10/15, the questions come answer sheet to the post of mate SSK provided to the candidates are simple faded Xerox type paper, which can be replaced, changed by any vested circle in their personal gain. In the written statement submitted by the respondent at serial number 6, it has been admitted that due to manual evaluation of written script and some clarification of answer script from College of Military Engineering Pune, College of Military Engineering Pune had set the question paper. As to scrutiny of final results and its concurrence by Headquarter Chief Engineer Shillong, the uploading of the final result took 8 months' time. According to the learned counsel, there are more than 3,000 candidates had appeared in written examination to the post of mate under 137 Works Engineer Dimapur, Nagaland. Therefore, it was impossible to give a correct and fair marking in each answer sheet through manual evaluation. The respondents have totally manipulated the entire process of written examination to the posts of mate. But how? It is not there. It's not there.
Let us see the argument which was made with the tribunal.
Lordship,
Third,
I
paragraph 12.
am coming to that, Lordship, yes. Learned counsel for the applicant submitted that the respondents had allowed the individual candidates to appear in 2 command works engineer recruitment examination to the post of mate SSK in violation of the advertisement as mentioned under note 1, wherein it has been clearly mentioned that the application will be considered only for the particular CWE area which he applied for. Now here I will just pause for a moment, Lordship. Yes, in fact, there are 3.
Answer it one by one.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Then paragraph 13, you answer it one by one.
Okay,
Each
Lordship.
ground has been dealt with in separate paragraph.
Yes, Lordship.
So
yes.
just read that.
Yes,
Give
yes.
your answer, then
Yes.
we'll call upon the advocate.
Yes, yes. Further submitted by learned counsel that as per advertisement, the said written examination for appointment of mate ought to have been conducted at Dimapur, Nagaland under Headquarter 137 Work Engineer. But the authority, by taking plea of security, held the examination at Guwahati, Narangi on 11/10/15. Learned counsel further submitted that the questions papers to the post of mate SSK Shillong and Headquarter 137 Works Engineer Dimapur are same and similar, wherein the date of examination was held on 10/5/2015 and 11/10/2015 respectively, and most of the candidates appeared in both the examinations. The said fact of similar question of both the center at Shillong and Guwahati had been admitted by the respondent in their written statement at paragraph number 5. On the other hand, respondents by the written statement filed on 21/11/2016 submitted that the examination was conducted under Garrison Engineer Narangi, 51 Sub-area on 11/10/15 at Guwahati, Assam as per schedule, and none of the candidates had objected on any issue before, during, or at the end of the written examination, and therefore written examination was completed successfully in all aspects as per procedure. It was submitted by Mr. Ghosh, learned additional CGC, that the merit list of the candidates, selected candidates, was prepared and finalized as per SOP in accordance to Engineer-in-Chief's branch of MOD, New Delhi, white letter dated 11/11/2014,
by a board of officers, post-coding, decoding, and evaluation of answer sheets by separate board of officers. Final list of successful candidates was approved by the CWE and concurred by the Chief Engineer Shillong Zone post through scrutiny. The results were uploaded on MES website on 4/5/16 and subsequently published in various newspapers. Thereafter,
Now,
selected
there are not 3 grounds. There are 5 or 6 grounds on which the entire examination has been set aside. Number 1, she says that it had to be conducted in Dimapur. It was not. You have a very plausible answer. Then the tribunal says that one candidate was given 2. These are 2 such candidates. That also would not have mattered. But the fact is that there were 2 dates of examination where the question papers were the same. So this pervades. I mean, any candidate who would have appeared in the first examination would have known the question. And then he appears in the second examination. Otherwise also, 3rd and 4th grounds that it was Xerox paper, we are not questioning that because there was no specific declaration that it shall be OMR and not that. That can't be done. The other ground that 3,000 scripts can't be evaluated manually, that also is irrelevant consideration. But relevant consideration is 2. 1, you give admit card to such persons who have obtained admit card at other place also. Individually, it might not sound very, it might not be a cause for testing the purity of the examination as a whole.
Lordship.
2 persons, there could be some flaw somewhere on the desk, no
Yes.
difficulty. But then these 2 centers, the examinations were held on 2 different dates and the questions were the same. Then your purity gets contaminated. That's the reasoning. Though the tribunal has not given any reasoning, she has just stated like that. But you know, the latest laws, Richal and other cases where you see the examination result is cancelled, you have some case laws when it pervades the entire examination process. And these are one of the grounds.
One of the leading cases would be the case of the Public Service Commission from Punjab, where it was entirely set aside.
There are many. There are many.
Yes.
Bihar Public Service Commission.
Yes.
Other cases where we have interfered, but to a limited extent. Let's see, do you have those judgments? The law has been laid down.
Not specifically on that.
Why not?
Because here is
You leave everything for the bench.
No, Lordship. Here is a case where 2-3 people have been identified. That these people are the persons
Mr.
who have
Chaudhary,
received.
therefore, I wanted to tell you, don't take it as a small aberration.
Lordship.
2 persons identified or 10 persons identified out of 3,000, we would not consider it so seriously. We would not take it to be very serious breach. What is causing concern is that there were 2 dates when the examinations were held and questions were similar. That is what is raising the eyebrows.
No. Boga. चल गया सो तो।
नहीं, few questions का मतलब नहीं। Where have they disputed that not all questions? This is the only ground on which we are stuck up for a while.
Lordship, there may be few questions.
We come to page 107 of the brief.
Yes, Lordship.
My brother has just pointed out for you. In fact, you should have been the one to point out, Mr. Chaudhary.
No, Lordship, in fact, I have marked it, but.
Paragraph 5. This is the question.
With regard to the statements made in paragraph 4.7 of the OA, the answering respondents beg to state that preparation of question paper for recruitment was entrusted by Engineering Commands Branch with College of Military Engineering, Pune, which regularly sets question papers for various trades the question paper for
That's
examiners.
right. So you just, Mr. Chaudhary, just tell us, give us the laws is seriatim. In fact, if you find out, if you lay your hands upon judgment of BP so and so versus
Lordship,
BPSC.
that I can give, Lordship.
Now, we are concluding the hearing. After hearing them,
Lordship, I'll provide the case laws in the second half, Lordship. If your Lordship will
in
permit
that
me,
case,
Lordship.
we will ourselves do it. No, you have to do it
No,
immediately.
I'll provide the
निकालो
citations,
तो वो
Lordship.
मेरा BPSC का जो
I'll
offered
provide
by
the
us.
citation, Lordship.
That Public Service Commission में है. Offered. We have laid down all the law. We have taken how this has to be.
It primarily starts with the Punjab case, Lordship.
That's the right, but- That's the proof of it, very much. मेरा देखना before I came that must be January 2020 January 2025 to May.
Punjab Public Service Commission.
देखें मेरे पास मोबाइल maybe. Yes, Mr. Ahmed. Ahmed.
My lord. Yes,
You filed a petition, you filed this case before the tribunal without impeding persons who were successful.
Yes.
And they have been working since, I don't know, 2017.
Now, probably 2018.
Results were in 2016, so.
And since then they are working.
Yes, yes.
So it has been 10 years.
They have not set aside the, only the tribunal has directed to conduct a face examination. And they are also working, so
That's
they
something different.
can not cancel.
But then these persons who were successful, you also participated in the examination.
Yeah.
You failed. Then you say this.
My lord,
One, you can say this, Dr. Meeta case gives you the liberty. You can do that even after participating.
yes,
To
yes,
some extent, we understand that. We are aware of the law position. But then you did not make them parties.
and another thing is that one,
Answer this first and then proceed to the other. As we were stuck up at one fact with Mr. Chaudhary's case, we cannot proceed further unless you explain to us that it was deliberate that you did not impede those successful candidates, 87 of them, who are working for the last 10 years. Why do we upset it now?
and actually at that time, who were selected or not selected.
It was you filed this you filed the case before tribunal when which year? 19. And all this while, you never made a prayer also when you knew that this could be the stumbling block for you.
Yes. 2016 it hasn't filed.
16. So it was only after the results were published.
Yes.
Right. So there it was not questioned, agreed. When you when you came here, no. And when the matter was stayed, when the judgment of the tribunal was stayed, you never filed any application for vacating the stay or for impeding the other persons. It may or may not have been accepted by the court, but you did not do anything. No?
Yeah.
So why do we tinker with the system after so many years? Mr. Ahmed, don't look at me like that. I mean, you have to answer my question.
Yes,
You
yes.
just don't have to fix your gaze at this court.
Mm.
Not prepared.
No.
ये बोला था, ideas in India, तो वो list में है. This is not effective.
My lord, 1 or half mark is very important in this competitive examination. So if Shillong and Guwahati is 100,
We are at a
100
different
kilometers.
issue altogether. We are at the, door, you are at the doorstep. How do we enter?
Only
Successful
100
candidates have
kilometers
not
is
been
there.
noticed.
So most of the candidates got the news that these questions are there. Here the same question will be there.
No, you should have implemented them, no? The tribunal also should have been careful. And agreed, tribunal was not careful. Tribunal passed an order, asked for a fresh examination. The union government came here in writ petition, a stay was granted. You should have said that now we did not do it there.
Their appointment not cancelled, but only to give a press.
Whatever, but aren't they affected? Giving of, when can a press examination be ordered without cancelling the result of the other?
Yeah.
Can it be done? The news elections are coming. Mr. Chaudhary, find out. Yes. Judgment.
I'll give it to the court martial.
Can I? निकालो इस पैकेट निकाल पार्टी नाम there will be many
अंदर है
2018 দুটা কেস আছে।
Yes, yes.
and look at the order passed, order stay passed on 2/12/2019.
Okay.
खाली unsuccessful plea किया नोटिस मिलते होंगे ठीक है better unsuccessful candidates आपके पट ये तो दूसरा इश्यू ही हो गया थर्ड इश्यू You're right. Further, we also take note of that. Yes, read paragraph 8 of the order dated 2/12/2019.
Bye.
Repeat it. 8878. Repeat.
Now, the biggest hurdle for us is to destabilize persons who are in employment since 2017. Where would they go? What are you doing now?
They are unemployed.
They are unemployed. You must have crossed the age also. Nothing will happen anyway.
Age relaxation can be given.
So you first have their appointments cancelled, then ask for press examination, and with age relaxation also, we should say. Not possible. We have shown you that paragraph.
Yes.
In 2019, at least you could have done something. You never come for vacating the stay. You never come for impleading the successful candidates. and you are ready to argue this case in 2026, asking for the entire batch of 87 persons to be thrown out. Can we do that without hearing them?
New recruitment also there.
And will you be benefited by this?
If the age relaxation is
No,
there.
that we are not going to do. And why should we do that? Nikala. निकल गया भाई तब तक पे फिजिक्स को लो तो देख फुल लिखा है भी एक ही कॉपी तो हम लोग चेक कर लेंगे
Gitu.
State.
Hmm. Okay.
एक ही कॉपी है ना ठीक
Hanggang pa na eh.
credential just be the order. Never. But it segregation is 10 1970. American stuff. Sequence.
Yeah, what the passing APSC.
Quantify as a technique. Good question. That is the CPI can but for broken window very well. Right. Okay. Like it is broken. The at the boundary limited with technique of the coaching people, rallying people, and it required immediate better than the were there no giving of sentiment? No. ऐसा करो तो सब किताब केवल निकाल लो तो take Sachin Kumar and others ये वाला ले लो सचिन इसका किताब निकाल सचिन कुमार एंड अदर्स वर्सेस दिल्ली यहाँ पर मैं मार्क करता हूँ वो निकाल के तो उसके बाद बिहार स्कूल एग्जामिनेशन बोर्ड वर्सेस सुभाष चंद्र सिन्हा नंबर 2 देन अनामिका मिश्रा वर्सेस यूपी पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन यहाँ जो हम पेंसिल से कर रहे हैं माध्यमिक शिक्षा मंडल एमपी वर्सेस अभिलाषा शिखा देन यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया एंड अदर्स वर्सेस राजेश पीयू ये इसमें इतना तक यहाँ पैराग्राफ 40 के तन्वी सरवल नहीं पेज 47 तक जो साइटेशंस हैं निकाल के नॉट नेसेसरीली फोटोकॉपी इसको तो कंप्लीट कर दो कोई एक जगह इसमें कुछ सादा कागज दिया गया है उसको हटा Look, we can't tinker with this now. We are allowing this writ petition.
Yep.
The writ petition is allowed. We have heard so. Give all those judgments. Just लिखा है इधर. Mr. Chaudhary, if you had brought those judgments, you would have dictated it now. In hearing matters, be ready with law and facts. That way, we will not be required to go to our chambers to look at the law.
I'll keep that one.
Item 16. Item 16.
Wait, please, Your Lordship. Lordship said the outset I filed an additional affidavit today. So that got.
You file it today?
I filed it today. Lordship, but however, the grievance is very brief. If Lordship permits, I'll just indicate what the remaining grievance is.
Called, second half. Okay. He has filed something today. Let it be called.
Yes.
We'll hear you at 2.
Obliged.
These pertain to deaths. Mr. Gogoi, just
Yes,
get
sir.
ready.
Inmates.
Have you served him a copy?
Yes, Lordship, I think I'll
These
I will
pertain
check
to
it.
some deaths of foreign
Yes.
national, declared foreign national.
Lordship.
You have an
14
answer.
there. Total 31 expired during the
Anyway, we'll see it too.
But can it be, my lord, tomorrow? Because the part third series is there in code number 7.
Why not? Why not?
Any day, my lord, convenient.
We keep it day after.
Lordship, I will oblige.
The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that one affidavit has been filed only today. One affidavit has been filed in this case only today. Let the affidavit be placed along with the records of the instant PIL on
29.
29.
Highly obliged.
Highly obliged.
Item 17.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
May it pleases your lordship.
Yes.
My lord, this PIL is filed for basically praying for issuance of ration card for the marginalized community in the 3 districts of Arunachal Pradesh, lordship. And although it was filed during the COVID time, but main pair is issuance of ration card for the marginalized community of that locality. And sanction of Anganwadi centers also, lordship. There are no adequate Anganwadi centers, and for construction of Anganwadi centers, and total fund come from the central government.
To respond to this petition,
Yes, lordship.
it's for government of Arunachal Pradesh. You should have said yes, no. Where is your affidavit?
Filed it on 6/1/25.
Yes,
To
lordship.
that affidavit, they have filed the reply also. Lordship,
Yes.
after filing of this reply by the petitioner, I have communicated to the department. If I haven't received any instruction till now.
No, that's right, but how will you receive instructions if you don't show this? I mean, some proactivism. You are sitting here tight. We are only looking at you. Why? This is what you do with your client also. They will never send you.
And lordship, in our affidavit in reply, which we had filed
And
on
we generally do not entertain reply of reply. At least on that ground, we can't adjourn the matter. Take instructions within a week, get back to us.
Lord.
Mr. Chandran, learned government advocate, learned senior government advocate for the state of Arunachal Pradesh submits that the reply affidavit of the petitioner has been communicated to the government for its response, but no communication from that end has yet been received. So he submits that by the next date, he shall come up with necessary instructions in the matter. If you don't want to file an affidavit, don't do that. But argue
this.
necessary affidavit in the matter. Let this
Actually, this is our rejoinder affidavit we had filed.
rejoinder, yes.
Yes, lordship, on 29/4/25. we had
Reply to the rejoinder. Rejoinder affidavit was then. Huh? On principle, they don't. On principle, they don't. Take instructions with respect to the response of the union also.
Lord.
They were probably supposed to release you food grain.
Lord.
Have they done so? Mr.
Yes.
Chaudhary, have you done so?
Lordship, my instruction is yes, Lordship. Here, Lordship, the Chatmas and the Hajongs.
We are not on that. They have
Lordship, my
now
instruction
been
is yes, Lordship.
they have now been assimilated here.
Yes.
It's not a question of citizenship now.
Lordship.
Yes.
They are here. And you have only taken a stand. You have acknowledged their presence as Indians.
Yes.
We are not saying anything. You have acknowledged them.
Yes.
Find out whether you have it or not. Ration card.
And central government also has not filed any affidavit.
Have you served him a copy of the affidavit? Your affidavit. Lordship, I have given. Please take it from there. Yeah, what have I said, Mr. Robin? Of Arunachal Pradesh, छोड़ देते हो. In the map, ऊपर में लिखना है, they have heard MSD board for the petition. Re-notify, we are giving you 2 weeks.
I was just telling my friend Lordship, he gets everything from us and he says no.
We are dependent on central Lordship.
And even
Please tell us, it's a matter of, the state intervention in not keeping people hungry. You can't take that plea. It's not a question of self-limitation or something, self-determination and migrants and all that. No, that's not the issue here. Issue is something else. By providing ration cards, you're not rationalizing their influx. That has already been done. Wrongly or rightly, we are not questioning. But if they are staying in your boundary, within the territorial boundary of the nation, and the government has, and the union government has given you the food grain, how can you sit tight over the matter? Ascertain and be serious about it. You can't bring a bad name to your state, no? Yeah, okay.
Deeply.
24th February.
Deep.
Item 22.
May I please, Your Lordship, Lord?
Yes.
Am I audible, my lord?
Yes, you are audible and visible both.
But my lords are not visible, so I was not aware.
Maybe because of this desk which I have kept in front of me, but nonetheless, इसको थोड़ा सा ऊपर उठा के कहीं पर रखो. And the problem is with the camera.
No difficulty, my lord, as long as I'm
No.
audible.
We'll have it remedied just now. Don't worry.
My lord.
My IT cell is very robust. Yes, in the meantime, you can advance your argument.
My lord, I would like to draw your lordship's attention to the order dated 4th September 25, in which your lordships had crystallized the issue and also sought for an affidavit from them which they had filed, and also some information from me which I'm carrying today, my lord.
Just a minute. Just okay.
Hello, live. Hello,
Yes, there are the Wildlife Protection Act 1930. Care and management of capital. All right, yes, Mr. Pukan.
But after this order, the union has filed an affidavit, Your Lordship, and the relevant paras, according to me, are at paragraph 9, 10, and 12, my lord. This Your Lordship will find at page 307 and 308, my lord. It starts at 302. Paragraph 9, my lord, page 307. If I may read, my lord.
Yes.
The proviso to 40 subsection 2A and 2B is under challenge in the present writ petition was inserted by legislature with a limited and regulatory purpose, that is to create a mechanism for managing, monitoring and regularizing elephants already existing in captivity prior to the enforcement of the amendment. The said proviso does not dilute or override the protections available to elephants under the Act, nor does it permit fresh capture or trade of wild elephants. The intent of the proviso is not to create an exception in favor of elephants, but to address a distinctive administrative situation, namely the existence of captive elephants across various states, many of which have traditional, cultural, and religious significance. The object is to bring all such elephants within a uniform legal and monitoring framework, ensuring that each elephant is accounted for, registered, and regulated under the control of the of the competent authorities. Well, this is, I would respectfully submit, self-defeating, because the exception does not permit, my lord, registration and ownership, issuance of ownership certificate in the manner in which the Act contemplates for all other animals, my lord. Reading further, the guidelines for care and management of captive elephants issued by Project Elephant on 8th January 2008 operate in harmony with the said proviso. The guidelines provide implementational level instructions to states and union territories for the effective enforcement of the statutory provisions. These guidelines inter alia mandate comprehensive survey and enumeration of all captive elephants, microchipping and issuance of ownership certificates with defined validity of periods 5 years renewable upon compliance, declaration and verification of elephant births including DNA testing of calves, regulation of transportation, housing, veterinary care, feeding and retirement of elephants, and confiscation of elephants for which no declaration has been made or ownership is unverified. Now, my lord, as your lordships will recall, the proviso to subsection 2A and 2B of section 40 dilutes the requirement of declaration itself. So if the declaration is not made, the authorities have no way of knowing, my lord, of the existence of a captive elephant in a particular area. So the other provisions that follow section 40, my lord, particularly section 42 and 43, which, my lord, provides for registration and issuance of certificates, my lord, the ownership certificate and for carrying out inventory of captive elephants, my lord, all these are not possible to be done unless there is a declaration under subsection 42A and 2B, and that requirement is done away with by the exception. So the exception, my lord, in my respectful submission, defeats the very object of subsection 2A and 2B, which was brought, my lord, through an amendment in 2002. And my lord, the object, I had also enclosed the Lok Sabha debate, my lord, which discusses the urgent need at that point of time to check illegal trade, my lord.
Mr. Chaudhary, we could have understood that these guidelines of 2008, Project Elephant, they are complementary to sections 40, 42, 2A, 2B, right? But what about declaration? How would you know? Suppose there are 50 elephants or 40 elephants, say, in a temple. You would know that without declaration by the temple. But otherwise, how would you put it on track? How would the elephant keepers be on the radar without their self-declaration? You don't know, no?
No.
Okay, sir. How the guidelines in Project Elephant would help that?
My lord,
And
and
it's
if
a very simple issue. We understand that you are taking good care of pachyderms also. But there has to be some logic, some method, no? So you say that the 42A and 42B, 42A, 2P,
this would
not be applicable for live elephant. The only justification of it, even though elephant falls part of Schedule 1. So the only justification is that we don't want to put it there. We want to, have a proper infrastructure, proper framework for the safety of pachyderm. For the reason that many of them are for religious purposes, many of them are used for other things. So we have to do something more than that. In the process, you have reduced the coverage. When you don't ask for any declaration of the possession.
my lord, and if I may just add, if your lordship permits,
Let us see the guidelines.
yes, my lord, there are some discrepancies which have come on record.
Where do we see the guidelines?
My lord, page 57, my lord, of my petition. And my lord, there are some discrepancies which actually have come on record from the.
Let us, Mr. Pukan, let us see the guidelines.
Yes, yes.
Before questioning the correctness of a central statute, we must be absolutely sure, no?
Yes, absolutely, my lord. I bow down, my lord. 56, my lord, the guidelines start. And before that, just the previous page before that, my lord, I have enclosed the Lok Sabha debate also, my lord, pertaining to the amendment.
The debates are of no consequence to us. It only that comes as the last point. If we have to see what was argued, what was debated, let's see here first.
My lord, the guidelines for care and management of captive elephants, this is dated 8th of January 2008, my lord. My lord, this is the covering letter to the Chief Wildlife Wardens at page 56. 57, my lord, the guidelines start. My lord, 57 or guidelines for care and management of captive elephants, ownership certificates.
Wildlife Stock Rules of 2003 or from 2005?
May I read, my lord?
1 second.
Yes.
Same things are there. Now come to page 57.
Yes.
Page 57, declaration is a must. mandatory for the owners to declare in writing in advance to the nearest divisional forest officer. Same thing, same regimen. Same regimen as in 2A and 2B with respect to not elephants, with respect to other animals.
Precisely, my lord. But the difficulty arises because ownership certificates are not being issued in the manner in which.
That's Mr. Fuken, that's the implementation of it. Don't question the correctness of the legislation, no?
No, but it's a statutorily backed loophole, if I may say so, my lord. Because that is what has happened, and because of that, my lord, the ground reality is that's clear from Arunachal Pradesh's counter affidavit, my lord, which your lordships will. I'll just refer to a few pages. The discrepancies that are recurring again and again, my lord, and their inability to issue, they admit on affidavit, my lord, that out of 109 captive elephants in 2022 or 23, my lord, they were able to issue ownership certificates to only 28 captive elephants. And they admit that they are not able to carry out DNA profiling, which is required, my lord, under the guidelines because of infrastructure.
DNA profiling would be necessary for giving the calf certificate, not otherwise.
Exactly. Either that, my lord, or the pregnancy of the elephant has to be intimated in advance to the authority. And that is also not possible to be done unless there is a declaration, in my respectful submission, my lord, of the captive elephant's presence with an owner under 2A and 2B, which is mandatory for all other protected species under the Act, my lord. And only that will trigger 42, if your lordship, now just for a moment.
With these Project Elephant guidelines,
My lord.
which makes the declaration mandatory, we are not finding it to be that big a loophole where we must interfere and take out this exception clause. That's the whole idea of, seeing this entire legislation in that perspective, especially the exception.
My lord.
But why it was necessary, that we have not been satisfied with. But ultimately, another regimen is there which is only for the elephants. I think it takes good care. Now,
My lord-
implementation part is something else. We will ask for it.
Yeah, my lord, if I may just show a few pages from the.
First, be sure of one thing. We are not asking you to concede, but we are only letting you know that prima facie, these conditions make us believe that the regimen still remains very strong for the elephants. There is no difficulty. So therefore, we would not kind of interfere with the legislative process, and we will not remove that exception, because maybe the purpose was to clearly identify this particular animal under more strict care and vigilance and under a more elaborate plan. So let it remain there. Now, implementation part we will see, but there is no question of challenging the presence of an exception clause in 42.
My lord, I will try to link the two, my lord. The lacuna in the statute has resulted in the state of the current implementation, my lord. I'll try to link the two, my lord.
But would that be necessary? Can it be taken into account for questioning the correctness of that explanation?
My lord,
That it
on
has not been
constitutionality.
implemented properly, we will have it implemented.
Yes, my lord, but
why
my
question that?
main submission on constitutionality is that, my lord, this is irrational, the exception, my lord. It is arbitrary, my lord, and it doesn't serve any purpose, and it defeats the very object for which this particular subsections were incorporated, my lord, 2002.
If you can demonstrate that, well and good.
Well, I will try to, my lord, because the very object, my lord, if your lordship just turns a couple of pages before this annexure, my lord. Page 54, your lordship. My lord, this is part of the Lok Sabha debates, my lord, which started page 48.
You know the law with respect to this. We
My
go
lord.
back to the history, the legend, the debates only when the wordings are not very clear. Anyway, you show it to us. We'll let me not
Lord, page
foreclose your
54.
argument. Yes, page
54, my lord, the column on the left, my lord, the third paragraph.
Hmm.
At the time of enactment of the original act in 1972, my lords have it,
Yes.
many persons who had in their possession wild animals and their derivatives belonging to Schedule 1 and Part 2 of Schedule 2 could not declare them with the limited period of 30 days. A provision to give them one more opportunity is incorporated in the bill. Currently, persons having ownership certificates in respect of Schedule 1 and Part 2 of Schedule 2 animals can sell or transfer such articles. This has encouraged illegal trade in wildlife products. In order to prevent such activities, an amendment is proposed to restrict such transactions except by way of inheritance. We need to curb poaching and illegal trade, or else they have potential to nullify all achievements made so far in wildlife conservation.
So the amendment was carried out, no?
Miller, the amendment was carried out, and the purpose, if I would respectfully like to submit, Miller, that the purpose was to check the illegal trade in wildlife products. In order to prevent such activities, an amendment is proposed to restrict such transactions except by way of inheritance. Now, Miller, I had submitted, Miller, written submissions on the last date. If your lordships have that in the file.
Submission अगर दिया होता है, रखना चाहिए ना ताकि where do you throw it? सबको इसी में रखा करो कहाँ चला है? Yes, we have it.
The written submissions, no, my lord, you have.
These are tables of cases pertaining to elephant.
No. This is what your lordships required as per the last order, orders passed by other courts, Miller. But I had submitted a written submissions on the last date. Handed over a copy.
Huh? No, these are good. Yes, we could manage. To get a copy of
Grateful,
it.
Miller. Miller, the first point what I'm trying to submit, Miller, is that the distinction between all animals in Schedule 1 and Part 2, Schedule 2, and the live elephants under the proviso to 42A and 2B of the Act, Miller, is manifestly arbitrary and violative of 14 of the Constitution. Miller, and here I'm trying to also rely upon, Mallard would be aware of the judgments on arbitrary and irrational and therefore not falling foul of Article 14. But I'm also trying to, Miller, the last bullet point, Miller, I'm trying to rely upon the principle that, Miller, a proviso cannot nullify or be contrary to the real objective of the main enactment.
All right, yes.
And Miller, this is a proviso which clearly defeats the object of the main enactment. Miller, then the second point, Miller, that I'm trying to is the same, Miller, that it defeats and nullifies the object of the Amendment Act of 2002. And for that, Miller, I showed the observations in the Parliament, Miller. Miller, then, your lordships, this I'll come to at one go, Miller, regarding the implementation part of it, Miller. But there's also one letter that I would like to submit, Miller, which the Wildlife Control Bureau of the Eastern Region, Miller, had written. And this is annexed with this written submissions, Miller, the first annexure. This is dated 16th of August 2024, the first annexure, Miller. This is to, my lords have it?
Yes.
This is to draw your kind attention that this bureau has received a complaint regarding criminal nexus of elephant procurement agents, illegal commercial trading and transfer of captive elephants from Northeast India to Kerala. A copy of a complaint received at this end is enclosed herewith for perusal. In this regard, WCCB New Delhi has directed to constitute a committee for detailed inquiry from the above complaint and to obtain relevant details in the matter and submit a detailed report to WCCB. In this regard, it is requested to provide the following information to this office so that a comprehensive report can be prepared for submission to BHQ at the earliest. Details of registered captive elephants in your state, number of transit permit and permission issued for transportation movement, including interstate movement of captive elephant by the Forest Department during the last 3 years, number of cases detected in respect of illegal procurement, illegal transportation, illegal commercial trade, illegal training camps, captive elephants, illegal transfer of elephant from your state to other state during the last 3 years. Number of cases complaint registered against so and so and his associates during the 5 years in elephant related cases. Number of cases detected by the forest department regarding illegal capture of elephant from forest, action taken on preventive measures to stop illegal trade, any other information you would like to share. Milord, then going back to the submissions, Milord,
Yes.
the point which I was making earlier, my third submission, Milord, the proviso has enabled the issuance of ownership certificates for elephants without verification of lawful ownership and possession. Now, if your lordship may permit to go back to the act for a moment and kindly have section 41 and 42, Milord. My lords have already seen subsection 2A and 2B of section 40, which deals with declaration. And my lord may also note that all these provisions come under the chapter 5, trade or commerce in wild animals, animal articles and trophies. This is the previous page, my lord.
Yes.
Now, my lord, section 41, inquiry and preparation of inventories. On receipt of a declaration made under section 40, Chief Wildlife Warden or the authorized officer may, after such notice in such manner and at such time as may be prescribed, enter upon the premises of a person referred to in section 40, make enquiries and prepare inventories of animal articles, trophies, uncured trophies, salted and dried skins, and captive animals specified in Schedule 1. This is important, Miller. Affix upon the animals, animal articles, trophies, or uncured trophies identification marks in such manners as may be prescribed. No person shall obliterate or counterfeit any identification mark referred to in this chapter. Section 42, Certificate of Ownership. The Chief Wildlife Warden may, for the purposes of Section 40, issue a certificate of ownership in such form as may be prescribed to any person who, in his opinion, is in lawful possession of any wild animal or any animal article, trophy, uncured trophy, and may, where possible, mark in the prescribed manner such animal article, trophy, or uncured trophy for purposes of identification, provided that before issuing the certificate of ownership in respect of any captive animal, the Chief Wildlife Warden shall ensure that the applicant has adequate facilities for housing, maintenance, and upkeep of the animal. Now, Millard, the difficulty, Millard, here is that since no declaration is required to be made in cases of live elephants, Millard, how do you expect, Millard, the Chief Wildlife Warden to carry out an inquiry and the preparation of inventory under section 41 and thereafter proceed, Millard, to issue certificates of ownership, Millard? And this has translated to reality in the ground, Millard, because there are, as I pointed out, in the case of Arunachal itself, Millard, out of around 109 captive elephants, only 28 ownership certificates have been issued to captive elephants, Millard. Now, Millard, the next point is the dereliction of the state's duties under 48A and 51AG, Millard. I will just skip this, Millard. I've relied upon some judgments also which talk about, Millard, why in such cases it is important, Millard, for the Honorable Court to exercise its parents' petri jurisdiction as well. There are at least 2 cases on this line, Millard.
1 second.
Millard, then...
1 second, Mr.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
My lord. My lord, now if I may take your lordship to the 5th point, my lord. And here I will just refer to some pages from the affidavit filed by the state of Arunachal Pradesh, my lord, which your lordship may come to page 149 for a moment. This, of course, as your lordships pointed out, is on the implementation part, my lord. But they are connected, I would respectfully submit, my lord. Well, the affidavit starts at 147. Lordships may kindly come to page 149.
Yes.
Well, on page 149, the last paragraph of the page, the Department of Forest has to depend on the information provided by elephant owner and the affidavit sworn before the Court of Executive Magistrate with regard to ownership of elephants. The crucial information, especially birth of calf, reach very late to the concerned division. Their claim for ownership is usually supported by documents such as birth certificate issued by the Gaon Bura or the local veterinary officer. In such situation, the implementation of guidelines, as in the guidelines for care and management of captive elephant, becomes impractical for the field staff due to above mentioned factors. Alternatively, establishment of relationship between mother elephant and calf through DNA testing was not accessible at that time due to lack of detailed infrastructure on the procedural aspect of collection, storage and transfer of blood sample and relevant data of elephant that need to be mentioned about the elephants. There was no proper instruction knowledge on the execution of DNA profiling of the elephant available to the State Forest Department before 22. I'll skip the next paragraph, my lord, and come to your lordship page 151 bottom. And they are admitting this amendment that which we made in the writ petition, my lord, regarding the discrepancies in the issuance of ownership certificate. If your lordship may come to the foot of the page, paragraph 6, that with regard to statements made in paragraph number 19 of the writ petition, the deponent begs to submit that there are 109 captive elephants present in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, out of which 28 captive elephants were having ownership
In
certificates.
that case, you were supposed to confiscate.
They were, yes, under the guidelines.
My learned friend started reading from the last para in page 149. Para starts at page 148. Lordship, kindly have a look at it. Arunachal, your lordship is aware, geographically massive, and we have a 75% forest.
I'll read from paragraph 3 then, Miller note.
No, that we understand. Mr. Chaudhary, please get ready on that. That is not what is being questioned. It's a huge state. There is some lapse in not identifying, not putting your grid all through. Understandable. What we are saying is that on your grid, on your information, on your radar, there are so many elephants. Correct. And you have been able to procure the certificate only with respect to this. What is the mandate in the law is that if they don't give and you know about it, confiscate it.
That is the problem. That is what I was coming. We are unable to even locate those.
Now, how do you know the number then?
We have a rough idea. But if an elephant has ventured into the
Mr.
jungle,
Chaudhary, this is a subterfuge. You are taking the help of, a large tract of land comprising Arunachal Pradesh forest cover. That's not the question.
so what I'm on is,
But then how do you know the number?
if an animal ventures into the jungle and with such a thick forest cover, it is not even possible to physically locate.
They are not captives then. If they're in the jungle, they are not captive. They are roaming. They are wild elephants. We are not concerned with that.
There is that element of
No, we are not concerned with that. We are concerned with captive elephants. And that number you have provided.
this one. I'll take
My lord, may just give me half a minute just to show one more aspect, my lord, since your lordships have given some time. My lord, just have page 214. This is an ownership certificate, my lord, issued to an
No, that's right,
elephant.
Mr. Fuken. In that case, you are not. Please don't question. I mean, that's your choice. But we will not be able to take it to any further extent of questioning the correctness of that proviso in the statute. Leave that apart. You can talk about implementation part.
My lord, I am on the implementation as well here. I just want to refer to one very crucial document, your lordship. My lord,
Whether the exception proviso is there or not, this implementation would be difficult if they don't have the real desire to implement it.
That's absolutely right, my lord. I
So
can't.
therefore, that is not, that, let that be there. It is doing no harm. If it is doing no harm, let us not touch it.
My lord, but it can do a lot of good if it goes away, my lord. I
No,
would.
no. With the care and guidelines that everything what is there in 42 2A and 2B is covered under the guidelines.
My lord, except the statutory force, my lord.
And there is a reason. You have to find out the reason. And Mr. Chaudhary should have told me this. Now, there is some difference between elephants and other animals. These elephants are used, they are multitaskers. They are used in petrol business. They are used for carrying logs of wood. They are used in religious purposes. There are many other purposes. Now,
Absolutely right,
temples,
my lord.
why?
My lord.
See, it is not only zoo or something. They have a different kind of mystique around them, which aligns with the religious feelings also. We can't disturb that. Just that we have to take care that the animals should be protected. This
And the
breed should be
database. And
protected.
the database is very crucial. And here
Database is very crucial.
my lord,
So
page 214, if you, yes, sorry.
listen,
Sorry.
database for the captive elephants, correct?
Exactly, my lord.
Wild elephants will be governed by other things,
Yes.
other provisions in the statute. Captive
Right.
elephants.
Yes.
Captive elephants. Now let us see Mr. Indranil Chaudhary's affidavit again.
My lord, if I may just show one document, my lord, which will throw a lot of light on what's really happening in, my lord, in the ground, my lord. Page
Yes.
214, if your lordship may permit me, please, my lord. This is an ownership certificate, my lord, issued to an elephant by the name Ailong. My lord, miss, notice the date. This is at page 214, Annexure 6 series, they call it, my lord. My lord sees it. This is dated 25th of May 2022. The date is there on the top right, my lord, and also at the bottom.
Okay, proceed to the next.
My lord, may just come to the next page, 215. This is the application, my lord, under section 40A of the Wildlife Protection Act for the certificate of ownership for the same elephant, my lord, by the same owner. The name your lordship will find Ailong at serial number 3, my lord. Then if your lordship turns over the page to 216, my lord, your lordship will see the date and the place just below the place, my lord, Namsai. The date is given as 5th of September 22. Whereas the ownership certificate, my lord, is of 25th May 22. So, my lord, it was the application for ownership certificate was made more than 3 months after the OC was issued.
Right, and on the top. इसी तरह इसी नहीं ये जो एप्लीकेशन दिया है इसी एप्लीकेशन पर है ये कहाँ ओनर बस है बट तो कहाँ पर वो सर्टिफिकेट दे दिया ये एप्लीकेशन कहाँ है
Application, my lord, starts at 215.
बढ़िया है
Just a couple of pages before this, my lord, page 211.
Yes, 211.
211, my lord, is an elephant called Kamno, my lord. here, my lord, this is a physical verification report issued by the range forest officer. And there's a microchip number, my lord, at serial number 11, if your lordship sees at page 211.
Hmm.
My lord may just notice the last four digits, 0576.
Hmm.
Then my lord may come to page 213. This is the microchip certificate for Kamno. Your lordship may see the last four digits of the number in the first paragraph. 7390. It's a different microchip number. So likewise, my lord, there are many other irregularities. I can take your lordships through these also, my lord. But the point is that why is this happening, my lord? Because my lord, the declaration doesn't come for the captive elephants, unlike all other elephants, my lord, under section 40.
No, but declaration has to come. That it is not coming is their problem.
Correct, my lord, correct. And thereafter, my lord, the entire mechanism which is triggered after the issuance of the declaration, my lord, that is the inventory, the inspection of the facilities for the elephant, and then ultimately the issuance of the ownership certificate. All that goes for a toss, my lord, is my respectful submission.
And does guidelines provide for confiscation?
It does, it does.
No, but it has confiscation, and even the Wildlife Act also, confiscation part will be applicable so far as elephants are concerned there also, because what is accepted is declaration.
My lord, the confiscation, I haven't come across any record where they have actually confiscated an elephant for his records. In fact, far from confiscation, the list which, my lord, they have filed at page 232, my lord, of their counter, that shows.
Mr. Phuket, now let us conclude this. You tell us what directions can be issued for effective implementation of the guidelines as also the Wildlife Act.
Well, the declaration, in my respectful submission, has to come out, my lord, in the manner which the Act and the guidelines.
No, that's right. That's your concern.
My lord.
Tell us what directions can be given to them.
My lord, in my respectful submission, the consequences have to follow.
Inquiry and preparation. Made under 282T will be governed by that. But these declaration and 41, ये तो apply करे. On receipt of a declaration made under section 40. So 40 will get yes, to make a declaration. Only. So 2A is the sale or transfer. This is for having a certificate of ownership after the commencement of wildlife.
My lord, one direction which is.
इसलिए वो पुराना सफेद रहता है, पूरा भी रहता है. But they can propagate till very late age. That may be the reason.
My lord, one direction which I think is called for, my lord, subject to your lordship's approval, my lord, is that, my lord, the huge gap between the actual number of captive elephants and the ownership certificates.
That is again something what you're commenting. We
My
have
lord.
understood they have not lived up to our expectations. Correct.
My lord.
Now you tell us what is to be done to ensure that they are safe. The animals are safe and live, and we have been able to do our part. You tell us my mind doesn't work. You see, the difficulty is this. They are under an obligation to make an inventory. Under the Act, the inventory is made only on the declaration under section 40.
My lord.
With the exception clause in 42A and 42B, 2A and 2B, probably there could be a challenge to the inventory making process because that declaration is under the guidelines and not under the act. But if you make it, if you say that it is complementary, if Mr. Chaudhary says that it is only complementary, it is not in any way derogating from the provision, then any declaration made under the guidelines also, it would be required to be inventorized. Before that inquiry has to be made. So you tell us like this, I mean, just find out where is the lag and how that lag can be plugged.
Well, Lord, may I give some suggestions in writing, my Lord, if I may be
We
permitted
want it
some
to
time?
be, otherwise we would have concluded it today.
My Lord.
See,
So I will file a, yes.
just a minute, our concern was that this exception is creating a problem. This exception might not create a problem. It is not creating a problem. In fact, it's only the faulty understanding of the exception and the rules. So we will clarify that this is only for the purpose. There is a what should I say? There is a definite ground on which this distinction has been made between other animals and elephants. Because one elephant has a very long life. The Wildlife Protection Act came in 1972. It is after the commencement of this act, nobody could have done that. But before that, if it was acquired and it would have got the succession inheritance certificate, then perhaps that could not have been ignored. Because these are the reasons. And since elephants are multitaskers, therefore this distinction. So we understand that. But how to make it more effective? You give us some suggestions in writing. We will vet it and we will incorporate it in our order.
I'll be most obliged, my Lord. If my Lord keeps it on a short date, my Lord, give me a week's time, my Lord, I'll put it in writing.
Because otherwise, now we have followed that exception, we are not questioning. We are not tinkering with the statute here.
No, my Lord,
If
some
it is
directions will
implementation,
also,
we will give a direction.
some directions also will, my Lord, go a long way, my Lord.
We will give a direction. And that is your purpose for filing this petition, not for challenging the notification. Give us the suggestions backed by a statutory framework, which we already have. Don't ask for something new.
My Lord.
We already have a statutory framework. You just say that this has to be kick-started. This has to be triggered.
My Lord, my Lord. My Lord,
Do it
if
within
my
a
Lord
week.
keeps it, my Lord,
We will not ipsit dixit accept it. We will see.
I bow down, my Lord, I
But
bow.
please do something.
My Lord.
We can understand the concern. You're absolutely right. Reckless owners or reckless poachers can do anything.
Lord, I will also make some suggestion
Any
on,
number of laws, they are going to hoodwink the law.
my Lord.
But we can say this, the state cannot say this.
I bow down, my Lord. My Lord, because DNA profiling is also now mandatory, and they have given.
Sir, Mr. Pukan, again, you're conflating these issues. No, this DNA profiling is where there is a dispute with respect to progeny. Somebody is owning a calf and he says that it is the inherited calf. Therein the DNA test is required that this is the mother, this was the mother and all that. Now that is a minuscule part of the problem that we are facing.
Well, Lord, but now they have made it mandatory under the rules.
Anyway, you talk about DNA profiling also. We'll see what
Well, I'll put it in an affidavit,
But
my
the
Lord.
DNA profiling is not very handy. It doesn't come with the state. That provision is not there in most of the centers.
My Lord, in the latest rules, it's there, my Lord. The captive elephant transfer or transport rules of 2024, my Lord, that has it. I had enclosed an office memorandum, my Lord, along with my submissions.
Do it. Do it. And is there, all states have that. All states where there is presence of elephants.
In fact, my Lord, the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change, my Lord, is writing to a lot of these states, my Lord, to implement and make sure that they have the DNA profiling. So
How
that
will it be done? The male and the female both have to be, the profile has to be taken. And of the, anyway, it's a
I'll
difficult
try to
problem.
address this, my Lord.
Just find out how it is done. It will be an interesting thing. Clear arguments to continue. List this matter on 2 weeks would be good enough for you?
My lord, we have
continue
it.
to do that.
Yes, my lord. My lord, we have it on the first or second weekend.
We're telling you with clarity, we are absolutely clear that this exception, we are not going to interfere.
My
Right,
lord.
implementation part, we will set few guidelines. But it has to have the backing of the statute.
I bow down, my lord.
Because we are not legislating, by the way, in any manner.
My lord, my lord.
So for effective implementation of those rules, if you can say that till the time it is taken care of by the legislature, we can plug the loopholes.
Loopholes, my lord. Yes.
Correct. That is the way in which it has to be interpreted. That only has the sanction of law. Otherwise, Mr. Chaudhary and Mr. Indraneel would come down on us saying that you have legislated. No business to do that. Arguments to continue. In looks up the appearance, likhiye. List this matter on
12 February.
It has to be a Tuesday or a Friday. Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. 12 February.
12 February is fine, my lord.
No, not March. 13th of March. 16th February. No, I'm not.
12th February is fine with me, my lord.
Huh?
12th is fine with me, my lord.
Anyway, 12.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
Item 23.
The only question involved is, my lord, whether the council has legislative competence to pass the provisions of 10 schedule.
My lord, we have filed our affidavit, but since, my lord, the amendment of act, provisions of amendment act has been challenged, my lord, perhaps, my lord, as his appearance is required in this case.
On previous occasions on this ground itself, they've taken time.
Pleadings are complete, my lord.
Don't make that doubt. You are representative of AG.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
say that AG is appearing in this matter, we'll adjourn.
My lord.
You don't say that because it is such matter, therefore AG's presence may be required. We don't accept such grounds.
On last occasion,
You are representative of AG. AG cannot be omnipresent.
My.
So if you say that AG has to appear in this matter,
AG has
we
to-
conveniently, gladly adjourn.
That-
Mr. Das also will not.
That's true.
my lord, last occasion on this ground itself, they have taken time.
Today, my lord, not
So,
as he is not available.
Today, on his ground, there have been time in other cases also. He is not here.
My lord, so on Monday next, I think they've taken consent of.
Next week, anything.
देखिए,
Or Tuesday.
The
On the face of it, you know, that place will be complete.
the learned advocate general has to address this court.
Eh, हमारे क्वेश्चन में ये खुद ही है इसे।
The learned advocate general has to address this
Good
court on behalf of the respondent. He is not available today. Let this matter come up for consideration. Give us a convenient date.
After 13, my lord.
But I was told by standing
Now, my lord,
counsel-
it is informed to me, my lord. It required to be fixed, my lord, for his appearance after 13.
24th of February.
My
24th.
Mr. Das, any problem?
Let it be again 24th. He may not be there. He said he'll be there on 13th or so. Let it be as per his convenience.
13th is a Friday, no?
My lord, after 13, I say, my lord.
After 13th.
Whether he'll be there or not.
Yeah.
24th.
What is your instruction?
Lordship, I'm appearing for the North Methodist Autonomous Council.
What is your instruction?
Lordship, as per instruction, on the last occasion, AG has been entrusted in this by the council. Doctor.
So what is your
My
instruction for
instruction is
today?
the instruction for the adjournment and to be listed next week.
And no date?
Not
Next week, he said. Next
now
week,
by
he will be available.
No, he says till 13th, he'll not be here.
My-
So we keep it, either we keep it in the week commencing from 16th of February or 23rd of February.
16th.
Then it goes on 17th.
Nice.
ठीक है लिख देना Please note it.
Obliged.
वो हमारे पास